Welcome to my first decathlon of the season and the last comp of the year. I'm pretty nervous before the first event. I think it's just knowing I have one chance to nail a super short race. My reaction was good out of the blocks, but I still need to work on getting the feet down and driving long over the first 40. Dad, that's not me. Anyway, the second half of the race felt nice and smooth. The time was 10.9, which needs to be a little bit quicker if I want to be competitive at the Olympics, but not too bad for this time of the season. But one event down and on to long jump, where I was feeling confident. On my first attempt, I finally jumped a PB, which has stood since World Juniors 2014, and honestly, nailing that mark was the highlight of the entire competition. I also managed to go a little bit further on my third attempt, out to 790, but unfortunately the wind was too strong to count as an official PB. As you can tell, I was stoked, and when you have the momentum going in the decathlon, everything becomes a lot easier. The aim for shot put was 13 and I was feeling good. I came into the circle on my first round, loaded up and punched out a 13.29. And the awesome thing is, it actually felt easy. Unfortunately on the next two attempts I got caught up just trying to belt the crap out of it, but I really like where my shot put's at the moment. With a gap in the program, we seized the opportunity to have some lunch, cool off with a shower and refuel for the afternoon ahead. It's been a great start to the decath, and so far everything's going to plan. We've had a great start to the decath, but this event makes me nervous. We've made a lot of changes to my high jump lately, which will be good long term, but a little inconsistent in the short term. Things started off a little shaky, missing first attempts at 196 and 199, and as the storm rolled in and it started to rain, I thought 202 might be as high as I go today, but the jump felt great and the confidence kept building. At 205, I gave it a red hot crack and nailed it on my first attempt. Also, can we just appreciate some of the shots from this weekend? I think Louis, Dad and Casey nailed the content. At 208, it was not a clean clearance, but the bar stayed on, which is all that matters. A great result in high jump. On to the last event of the day, the 400. Training's been going really well in this event, so I was confident, but also nervous. It's an all-out effort, me against the stopwatch. The first 100 was good, although we need to go out a little bit faster. I dropped a 10.9 down the back straight, which is perfect pacing. Caught up a little bit of time around the second bend, probably because I was trying to hold the outside stagger on Ash, and then down the home straight, opened up and gave it everything I had left. Considering the conditions, I nailed the race perfectly. Only 0.01 off my personal best. The lactic hit like a freight train, but our mission of extracting every point out of the race was successful. Day one recovery was a little different. Usually I sit in an ice bath for 10 minutes, but I wanted to try something new. I opted for a 15-second plunge into the ice bath with my head under the water, which is probably one of the best feelings in the world, followed by a little splash around in the pool. I guess we'll find out tomorrow if the new recovery protocol works. I've got good news to report. I have never felt this good on day 2 of a decath. With my physio check-in done, it's time to warm up inside. I'm trying to avoid the sun for as long as I can because it is scorching hot outside and I need to conserve my energy. I'm feeling snappy, limber and ready to run quick. My thought process for the hurdles is to attack, stay forward and keep the feet moving fast. Sometimes I get caught up trying to power the race instead of letting the speed carry me through. I think I executed it really well and ran a 14.14, which is a great start to the day. Next up is discus. The aim is 42, but unfortunately I just fell short. I still threw 41.60, but I know I left a few meters out there. As the sun reaches its peak, it's time to pole vault. 470 was an easy opening height, and as the bar kept going up, my jumps just kept getting better. I nailed 5 meters and even had some great attempts at 510, just not great enough. On to the second last event, and lately, javelin has felt like an uphill battle. I gave it my all, but only managed 53 meters. That result needs to improve. Finally, we get to finish with everyone's favorite event. I ran consistent 75-second laps and brought it home strong to run a 437. That gives me a total of 8,334 points, which is the 18th highest score in the world this year, and I'm back as #1 Aussie. If you ask me, it's been a successful weekend.